Hi guys, Fernby with you once again for episode 20 of 15 Minute Makeover here in Car Mechanic 2015. Good to have your company. Now, episode 20, eh? Can't you believe we're up to episode 20 already? Talk about time flying when you're having fun. But anyway, let's get straight into this build before we get sidetracked too much. Salem Flamo is what we're looking at today. 59% is a magic number, and as you can see, there's not too much to do. Repainting stock colours, damaged body panels, car filters are going to need replacing, and there's a knocking noise at the engine bay. So the hardest part about this particular build would be actually to find that knocking noise. So let's get to work, and he's not going to, the body repairs not going to need any welding, so we don't have to do that. We'll just get straight into the paint shop and bowl that over fairly quickly. The old bodywork's looking pretty ordinary at the moment, but as I said, the 59% is all we're asking, so actually it's looking very, very shabby, isn't it? But again, that's all they want, the 59%, so that's all they get. So we'll just rip these body parts off fairly quickly and repair up what we can. Well, the body looks pretty good actually on this side. It's just the other side that's looking very ordinary indeed. Let's get over to that repair table and see how many of these parts we can actually get repaired up. Well, we are getting these repairs done, guys. In the last episode we did the Delray Imperator, and so if you missed that, go and check that one out. That was episode 19, so fairly quick build on that one. As we get these parts back in, the right headlight. Did I actually buy one of those? No, it's a very good question. I don't know whether I did. Let's go to the part shop and get some of these parts that I've obviously missed. As I said, episode 20 already. Talk about time flying when you're having fun. And just a quick note, guys, as we're getting these parts ordered up, if you do like today's content, then just hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. If you don't like this particular content, guys, then yeah, just give it a thumbs down. I won't mind at all. Just let me know in the comments how I can improve. It'd be great to hear some feedback from you on ways that we can improve. And get back into this build here. We just want one of those left headlights. Get rid of that one. Front bumper, he's a 64, so he'll be, even though it looks like shit, he'll be okay. So get that trunk in. Left tail light, and that door. Left panel. So that's the damaged panels taken care of, and the car painted in stock colours also taken care of. So we just got these car filters and the knocking noise from the engine bay to locate. So obviously the car filters are pretty straightforward: the air filter, fuel filter, and oil filter. So let's get those. We know where those parts are. So there's a fuel filter there. Get these out fairly smartly. The air filter obviously is underneath the air cap. Get these clips out, air filter case there. There's the air filter. Air filter is naked. I don't think he'll repair up, so yeah, we'll just simply buy a brand new one of those. And the other one there was the oil filter as well, wasn't it? Yep, oil filter I4. So we'll just have to put him up on the hoist in a moment to see if we can, we can get that oil filter out as well. While we are doing that, just a quick update, guys. Yeah, bit of news, very happy news actually. PAX coming up in November in Melbourne. Yep, plane tickets, PAX tickets are all paid for. Yeah, as I said, heading up to Melbourne in November. My first ever gaming convention, so. Yeah, quite looking forward to that. And plus the best thing about it actually is going to get a chance to catch up with some of the AG7 outfit guys. So looking forward to that. I mean, So, what could possibly go wrong? You know, a bunch of guys enjoying their gaming. Most of us enjoy an alcoholic beverage or two. So, as I said, you know, what possibly could go wrong? Actually, I mustn't remember the line. It seems like a good idea at the time, Your Honour. You know, just in case. Because we could all end up anywhere knowing that mob. But as I said, looking forward to it. So, it's from the 4th to the 7th of November off the top of my head. So, as I said, the plane tickets and the PAX tickets are all paid for. And yeah, just counting down the days now. So yes, it should be an interesting few days. Anyway, back to this build. We just run those diagnostic tools there to see if we can't locate this knocking noise in the engine bay, and it's no avail at the moment. So we're just going to have to delve a little bit deeper into the engine and see what it is. You know, sometimes it's rocker covers, push rods, yeah, it could be anything really. So all we can do is, as I said, just keep delving deeper and deeper into the engine, beg your pardon, and see what we can find. Looks like this is going to be one of those builds where we'll just have to, whoops, wrong button, keep diving deeper and deeper until we actually find what we're looking for. Might even be one of those, what do they call it, not camshafts, crankshaft case clips. Oh, I forget the name of it off the top of my head. We'll see whether we can find it in a moment. Yeah, that exhaust system can stay there. It didn't actually want any of those, did it? So even though it looks a bit shabby, that front exhaust system there didn't actually want that repaired. So, or did they? No, I'm getting myself confused. I had to take off that exhaust manifold to get to that exhaust there. It does look shabby. I might even just take that off anyway. I don't know whether we actually need it or not, the front exhaust section. Oh, there you go. I've not seen that before. A knocking noise from the engine bay, and it ended up being the front exhaust section. Well, that's interesting. As I said, I've not seen that before. And as I said, it's normally something in the engine block itself. But there you go. We will live and learn. We've still got one part that we haven't discovered yet. Still wanting us to find. I wonder whether it was that radiator. No, it wasn't the radiator. As I said, 59% is our magic number, so anything under that. So we'll just get that. So here's at 59%, as the radiator fan is at 66. So it definitely wasn't that. So we'll obviously get those back in there. So there's no need to do anything to those. Perhaps it's something like a timing chain. Yeah, might well be. I mean, that's the timing chain's just under these covers here, so it could be that. Fuel rail 67, so it's not that. So yeah, as I said, just keep digging and digging and digging until you actually find the part that is a 65. That spark plug there. Find the part that we're looking for. Sometimes that's half the challenge on some of these builds. You've got to keep pulling shit out until you actually find the part that you. But find the part that's actually knackered. Ignition coil, no. Brake servo, no. And as you can see, I have done some more decorations in the garage there, guys. I like to change things up a bit. We've got plenty of decoration options there. Oh, I reckon we might be on a winner here. Is it this here, is it? Crankshaft bearing cap is the word I was looking for, and that's in fact what it was. Yep, crankshaft bearing cap. What was he at? 23%, I think. But yeah, sometimes they're a bit tricky to find, but we got there in the end. Looks like that's all actually we're going to able to be repaired. So the rest of the remaining parts are going to need to be purchased. Front exhaust section. As I said, I've not seen that being part of the noisy engine, as it stated earlier. That normally it falls under the exhaust system and not a noisy exhaust system. But as I said, they've thrown in a bit of a googly one for us, but we found it eventually. So it's just a matter of purchasing those parts that obviously that didn't repair up or can't repair up, and we'll get those back in. As I said, quite looking forward to the PAX convention in November, guys. If you're in the Melbourne area in early November, then by all means call on by. There should be there will be quite a lot of 87 members from our outfit there. And yeah, if you see us wandering around, yeah, come up and say good day to us, guys. I'd love to have a chat with you. Yeah, if we, as I said, if you see us around there, even I'd say we'll be going out for drinks over a couple of nights. So we might even be able to have a couple of drinks together. So as I said, if you see us walking around, yeah, come up, introduce yourself, say good day, and yeah, you never know what will happen. Anyway, let's get back to the end of this build. We're just getting these parts back into the car now. A lot of these parts we actually did take off unnecessarily while we're looking for those that hidden part that we couldn't find there. So the air filter obviously was a part that needed to be repaired up, so we'll get him in fairly smartly. Those 4 clip A's obviously on the side as well. We actually did end up needing to take this exhaust manifold off just to get to that exhaust. We needed repairing up. These spark plugs could have stayed in, but as I said, we didn't actually know where the part was that we needed. Ignition coil and the ignition wires. What's that, engine head? We'll screw him on fairly quickly as well. I must remember to put some oil in too after we finish too, otherwise she's not going to go too well without any oil in it. There we go, that's the last of the bolts done up. The throttle in a moment. There we go. And what we've got left, fuel filter. It's around this side. There it is, fuel filter there. And there we have it, green lights across the board, all to our 59%. As I said, is our magic number, so we'll repair up to that 59%. So money spent on the job, 1,941. Bonus for completing the task. And yeah, let's get some more into it before we go too far. I didn't mention that, I probably would have forgotten that, and I did, so let's chuck some oil in it before we start crunching the numbers. Glug, 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 and oil is done. Now, yeah, it's 20 bucks, whoopie-doo. Let's crunch some numbers. As I said, money spent on job, 1,941. Bonus for completing the task was 356, and bonus for completing the job was $970. Which gives a total earned of $3,267, so not too shabby at all. Alright guys, thank you very much for your company once again, and I'll look forward to it next time.